So this morning for our educational minute, I try to take only 1 or 2 minutes at the beginning of service to talk about some sort of educational situation. And this morning, because it's Christ the King, I thought we'd talk a little bit about the history of that day. And it's actually not as old as you might think or as old as I thought. It actually was established in just 1925. And it was established in the Catholic Church by Pope Pius XI. And Lutherans, although not all Lutherans, but Lutherans didn't start celebrating it until the 1970s. So some of you might remember a time we didn't celebrate it. I do not. So what's interesting is that Pope Pius established the day as a way to contradict what he saw as some major evils amongst world leaders. So he saw things like communism and fascism, and he wanted to elevate Christ the King to sort of counteract those forces. Of course, they all led to, not long after, Nazism in Germany. So this was a way to sort of find something positive to focus on versus where that Pope saw the leaders at the time. So at first, the Catholics celebrated it at the end of October, which you all know is when we have Reformation Day. And then later, after the Second Vatican Council, they actually moved it to the end of November to be the end of the liturgical calendar. At some point, I think people were thinking it was sort of an anti-Reformation kind of a holiday. And so to clear that up and to be ecumenical, the Catholic Church moved it to the end of November. And so it's a time where we can take sort of at the end of our year, a moment to think about all the things that Christ has done and is going to do for us as our King.